Hey guys, it's Jeff from UnleashThePhones.com, and here's a quick review of the Sony Xperia Neo L. This is Sony's new device, one of the latest Android phones in the Neo series range of affordable devices with a good balance of features and price. And just to kick things off, I'm just going to talk a little bit about design. You have this massive screen over here, but let's start from the back. Alright, so you have this nice glossy little white finish. The black version is also a little bit glossy. You have a loudspeaker at the back that's pretty okay, not too loud, not too soft either. On the side you have a screen lock key here that's very nicely placed, so you can really, just use it right there. And you have your volume keys as usual. At the bottom you just have a little notch to remove the back cover. You can replace the battery. You can also put a micro SD card in there. At the side over here you have a standard micro USB charging port, and right at the top you have a standard 3.5mm audio jack. So pretty decent looking device, not too bad at all. At the front you do have these 4 plastic keys right over here, standard Sony design. One thing that I did notice on the black version of the Xperia Neo L is that it does catch fingerprints very easily. The white version obviously does not have that problem too much, but you can still kind of notice it, maybe if I angle the right there. So one thing that's really noticeable is on the screen too, because the screen does catch a lot of fingerprints, so you will want to get your screen wipe cloth out quite a lot. But apart from that, it is pretty nice. It does feel a little bit bulky, but it does feel really nice in the hand, which is definitely worth mentioning because these devices usually don't really feel that great, but this one does. Alright, so at the front you have a gigantic 4-inch screen, gigantic at least for this segment. It's about 480 by 800 pixels, pretty good. It uses Sony's Bravia technology, so the contrast is a lot better than on most LCD screens, as you can see. Pretty good, no complaints as such, but like I said, it does have a little bit of it is a bit of a fingerprint magnet. Apart from that, I think the best thing about this device is that it runs Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich right out of the box. It is definitely one of my favorite things about the Neo L. Like I said, it is a budget device, so as you can imagine, it's a little bit laggy, a little bit stuttery now and then, especially when you open up like the dialer or open up a folder or something like that. It does take a little bit of a while to start up, as you just saw. This is mostly because Sony has their Timescape UI on top. Even the keyboard, if I can quickly show you, is Sony's tweaked keyboard, not the stock Android keyboard. But it is okay to type because of the huge screen. It's even better in landscape, as you can see. No complaints as such about that. One good thing about Android is also that you can install the Chrome browser, because right now you have the stock Android browser that works pretty okay. It's a little bit laggy, I would say. It does take a little while to load. Of course, it can browse mobile versions of sites just fine, but if you load up a proper full site, it will take a little while to load up. So not too bad at all. Like I said, install Chrome. That should be the first thing you do on this thing. What else could I talk about? Let's talk about sound. Oh yeah, so the sound is really good. I don't know if I have any tracks that I can show you right now. Even the music player is really nice to use, and it looks really gorgeous. The sound output through the headset is really good. It's really deep and it sounds quite amazing for this budget device. You can't play 1080p videos in the video player. That's something that's worth mentioning, but the videos do look pretty good on this screen. And there's no FM radio, which should impact some people who really prefer to use FM quite a lot. Alright, so powering this whole thing is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 1GHz processor. There's 512 MB of RAM inside, and you have 1 GB of internal memory, which isn't that much, but luckily you do get a micro SD card in the retail box. This might change according to region. I didn't get one in mine, but some countries do. It's pretty okay. Otherwise, you can manage on memory, like I said, because of the micro SD card slot. The 5 megapixel camera at the back is worth mentioning a little bit, because it's pretty okay, very decent results, not too great, but you can record 720p video. Again, even the UI is pretty boring, as you can just see right there. It's one of the more basic UIs that I've seen. Even though it does have autofocus, it is quite strange. You also have an LED flash at the back that works pretty okay in night pictures, not so great otherwise. I guess that's about it. You have a front-facing VGA camera too, which is worth mentioning. It's very useful for Skype calls or video calls generally. And speaking of calls, the call quality is pretty okay, no complaints as such. It managed to keep a network strong with no dropped calls as such. This whole thing is powered by a 1500 mAh battery. It does the job pretty okay. It manage to get you back home with after one whole day of moderate to heavy usage. And I guess that's about it. Yeah. To conclude, there are a lot of phones in this price range that you can choose from. My best examples would be the HTC Desire C or the HTC One V. Those are some really viable alternatives. Even Sony's own Xperia Go and Xperia P and Xperia U are some really higher price but decent alternatives to this. All in all, not too bad a package, pretty good. I don't think you will regret getting this phone if you do buy it, because it has ice cream sandwich and looks pretty good, and even the build quality is pretty nice. Backed up by decent battery life and a very nice looking screen. Looks like about any Android phone out there, I guess, at the end of the day. You know what? Check out our full review on unleashthephones.com for a better idea. But if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below.